Hey guys, it's Joshy here and I'm back with another Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon Wi-Fi battle. So this one was against Flag off Discord. He actually was just on there and he was like, hey, does anyone want an RU mix battle? And I was like, you know what? The drugs are kicked in, I'm feeling pretty good, we'll have a battle. Now let me clarify, as I probably said, I've been very under the weather. So it was the tablets I was taking for that, nothing else. You do you, but that's not me. And yeah. But if they hadn't kicked in, I don't think I would have been bothering with anything. Anyway, we'll get into this battle. You know what? If you enjoy this battle, by the way, mud slap that like button. So, guys, I let off with my layer on, and then he leads off with his Espeon. So I'm like, okay, well, leading off with Espeon, I'm going to put money on the fact that it's Magic Bounce, which is good, because I usually forget that Magic Bounce exists, especially when I'm not using it. Excuse me. So I decided I'll go for the Mud Slap here, play the accuracy drop, and we can go from there and see what happens. Now, after seeing my Spadef drop and seeing him use Shadow Ball, I'm betting he's going to go for it again. So I thought, let's bring in a normal type Pokemon and see what happens. Now, I picked it right on the head, and he goes for the Shadow Ball again. So this turn, I thought, I don't know if he'll stay in or not, but I should be able to live a move. So I'm going to go for the Body Slam because I'm a physical Wigglytuff. And I was like, okay, brings in Empoleon. It does resist it, but I'm really hoping for the Paralysis. Unfortunately, I do not get it. So now he's going to go for the Steel Wing. I'm like, come on, let's see. We just lived that there, which is nice. I get the Cute Charm activation, so I'm like, this is really good. Now, we can just see what happens because I have a Strathberry, so I'm really hoping for possibly speed, if not attack. I get neither, but now I'm able to go for the Wild Charge. So I'm like, let's see. We do a good chunk. I'm like, I'm probably down on recoil, but I actually activate his weakness policy, which sucks. But what do you do now? I actually live there on 5 HP, so I'm like, good. Okay, so I got the Cute Charm. I'm like, please, I'm going for Wild Charge again. We can both go down together. That'd be nice, but no. So he outspeeds me, goes for the Aqua Jet. And of course, I'm going down from that range. So poor Emerald dies. But anyway, so I thought, let's bring in Chinchino here. You know, we can see what we can get working. So I know I'm going to get an Aqua Jet to the face because he knows that I will outspeed him. It does over half, which does suck, but at least I'm able to take him out there with the Shockwave. So I thought, you know, it's alright. Now let's see what he brings in. So here he brings in his Cheeky Monkey, which is his Ambipom, and I'm like, yeah, okay. Let's see. So he goes for Return, and it's funny watching Return because the HP goes down quite slow. And I was really hoping that this was a Pokemon he bred in another game and just forgot to up his love, so it wasn't going to kill me, but it kills me. So I thought, let's bring in my Delcatty here. So he went for the Snatch thinking I'm going to go for a setup move. Now, I was a bit worried that Assist will be caught off by a Snatch, but luckily for me, unfortunate for him, it isn't. I go for it and I get Bug Buzz, which is sweet because now with normalized specs and everything, I'm going to do a massive chunk. Unfortunately, just missed out on the takeout there, but now after that Spadef drop as well, if I get a special attacking move. You know, I was hoping he'd go for a Return so I could judge if I'd live or not. I think I probably would have just lived it there, to be honest, but I'm not sure. I get Air Slash, so we're both pulling off the same Pokemon here, and that's going to take out Cheeky Monkey. So I'm like, I'm happy with that. Definitely happy with that. So now Espeon comes back in and I'm like, okay, well I say it's most probably going to outspeed me, but I'm going to stick in and go for it. Anyway, and he does outspeeds me, Psyshock, and from that range of HP, I'm probably going to go down. So I'm, yeah, and at this stage it was quite stupid because I sent out Lairon and I looked at the teams and I thought we're going well, and then I was like, oh wait a second, I've only got 3 Pokemon left. I don't know why, I thought I had 4 or so. So it was quite interesting actually in the end because I thought I was doing better than I was. But anyway, so I thought let's go for it. I actually luckily here got him to miss. I thought I'll go for another one. We'll play the chance game. So I've got him now drop 2 in his accuracy. So that's looking really good on my angle. So I'm really hoping it's going to go my way. I get another miss from him. I actually just went for the rest here. I thought let's get to full HP. And then my plan is to swap out. I thought if I can swap out once his accuracy has dropped a bit, I can really get the ball rolling, so to say. So I'm hoping here that he's not going to hit me, and I'm going to swap. I thought I'll swap into Polly, see what happens. I'm sure he's going to go for a Shadow Ball anyway, so it doesn't matter. So I was correct. Now I was hoping he'd stay in. I doubted I'd outspeed, so it didn't matter. But he actually swaps here, and I was like, oh, what's he swapping? And I saw Spider-Man. I'm like, damn, this Galvantula's coming in. And I went for Mirror Move. I thought if he could just stay in one turn, that would have been great. So this really sucks because I've gone for the Mirror Move here, and this is where, unfortunately, I honestly think Chatot could use a little bit of a boost in speed, and that would make Chatot such a more useful Pokemon. But anyway, so he actually swaps here. I'm like, piss off, no way, because I swap out as well, and I honestly could have really just stayed in there. I could have easily obliterated this thing, but I obviously would have been outsped and killed, so I swapped back into my Lairon. So I was like, oh, you gotta be joking, honestly. If luck could go my way sometimes, is what I was thinking at that stage anyway. So I was, I thought, oh, let's go for the Sleep Talks here. We'll see what goes on. And, the Mud Slap's working fine. So, we're getting the accuracy drop. So I thought, let's go again. So he goes for another Shadow Ball. He hits 2 in a row. So I'm like, not a fan of the double hit. Let me just say that. So I thought, okay, if I can get another one here, this would be great. It could work in our favor. But I get Toxic. And thanks to Magic Bounce, it's going to bounce back. But I'm not going to be affected because I'm Steel. So I was like, you know what? I really need to go. I don't know why I went for the Psyshock here. He's probably gauging damage or something. But, yeah, I just generally was like, I'm going to go for Rest again. I need my HP back. I need this guy at this point. And I'm in a horrible situation. So I'm trying to figure out how to get rid of this thing, and I was like, ugh, I'm a bit worried. I'm not sure, and this isn't going well. So I really need to get another accuracy drop before swapping anyone in so I have a chance, but I'm not sure of what's going to be going on. And so I get the Toxic again, so it really does suck because I need that Mud Slap, as I stated. So at this stage I thought, screw it, I just gonna swap into Polly. If I'm lucky, I get the miss, but you know what? We'll see. So he doesn't get the miss. He gets the Psychic off, and Polly's going down. So unfortunately, Polly did literally nothing that battle. Got to use the Z move that did literally nothing. So I thought at least I can bring in Yanmega here. I should be able to take him out here. So he goes for the Psychic again. I'm like, how much damage is he gonna do? I'm like, shit. But I live on 1 HP. So luck starts rolling my way at this stage. So now I'm able to get rid of this Espeon, which is one of his major threats. But I really don't like his team at this point. So now it brings in Spider-Man, and I thought this thing might have been scarfed. So I didn't attack it, but I could have possibly outsped it, I'm not sure. And with this swap, if I just stayed in, I probably would have taken this thing out, if not taken a huge chunk off. So I swapped into Lairon here. And I had to start some shenanigans going now, and I probably could have sped the battle up a little bit from here, but I sped it up a little bit later. So this is where it kind of starts getting a little bit stupid, in my opinion. So I went for Sleep Talk. I was like, come on, get me something good. But of course I get Rest this turn, where I could have really used either move. So he goes for Leaf Blade again, which is a bit of a risk for me with that, because if he gets a crit, that could be a big problem. So I'm going for the Mud Slap. I thought I need this accuracy drop because I need him to miss. So, dropping at one stage, that's great, but let's get another one up. So he goes for Laser Focus, and I'm like, oh, shiznigget. So I was like, we get the Toxic up though, and we can start wearing him down, and there's a lot that can happen. So at this stage I said, I really need some luck. Like, come on luck, come my way. And Flag, stupidly, offered me up some luck. So here I thought, I'm going to switch, because if someone's going to die, it ain't going to be Lairon this stage, because I cannot do the others without Lairon. So I brought back in Yanmega, and he goes for the Leaf Blade and misses. I'm like, woo, luck. And I was like, I need more of this luck thing. Come on, just a bit more would be nice, a bit more. So here I swap back out, and I swap into Lairon. Again, obviously, I have 2 Pokemon left. I don't know why I'm saying that. So he goes for Leaf Blade and misses again. So I probably could have risked staying in there and killing him. But as I said before, you're just not sure. So anyway, he's going to go for another Leaf Blade. So I'm like, that's just no crit, please. Doesn't get the crit, so we're looking good. I go for another Mud Slap, so I'm putting myself in a safer area at this point. But, you know, also if you hear some scratching or sound in the background, the dog is deciding to search for something that is not there in the room right now. So anyway, back to the story of this game. So he goes for another laser focus, and I was like, okay, so I am a bit worried about this, but I actually here, I had to go for the rest. I had to get that HP back to put myself in a safer situation. So I'm like, oh, what do I do? I'm like, you know what, I'm going to have to swap here, and if Yanmega goes down, Yanmega goes down. It's as simple as that because, as I said, I'm really needing stuff. But it doesn't matter if Yanmega fully goes down. Well, not completely. It'd be nice if he missed because at least this Decidueye Hedwig is going down after this turn anyway. So let's see, and he does hit. So I wasn't as lucky as I like to be, but I was pretty lucky at stages. So Yanmega's going down, and I'm left with just Leron. So he's only left with 2 as well, or 2 against my 1. So it could maybe work my way, but you know, we'll see what goes on. So now I've sped this part up. So I thought, you know, we'll see what happens. So Leron we got here. Now he actually goes for hidden power, and he went, ah, shit. And I was like, you're kidding. And I was like, he misclicked there. And I was like, are you Specs? And he's like, yeah. I was like, okay, well, I've gone for 1 mud slap. And then he stays in. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, he was going for the crit. And I was like, I don't know if he was trying to whittle me down or what he was doing at this stage. But I'm just going to go for a couple mud slaps, drop his accuracy. But this thing's got compound eyes as well, so it's got its own accuracy boost on top. So I've woken up, I thought, let's go for the toxic. I didn't wake up. I went for the toxic. So, you know, it's going that way. And I'm, you know, going all right. So it was, you know, doing okay. I just needed to go right. Now, I thought he would swap. So this is why I was spamming Toxic at this stage, because I thought if he swaps, I can catch his next Pokemon off guard and poison it. So if I get that right, it's going to be okay. But I need to get it right on, you know, the money. So he's at this stage, I was like, yeah, he ain't swapping. I mean, let's be honest. If he did swap, he possibly could have beat me. It depends on his hits and my HP and if he misses or not. But, you know, now at this stage it came down here. All I had was Toxic to touch this thing. But this thing had nothing against me except for it had moves, but they were all not very effective. So he had Air Slash if he was wanted to go for some flinches, which could work really well with me trying to go to sleep. And, you know, as you can see here, I'm asleep. But, you know, mud slap. So, yeah. But I know this thing does carry... I know it has... I've seen this set before. It has Roost, Defog, Dazzling Gleam, and Air Slash. So he only has 2 attacking moves. And as I said, neither of them are that great. So, or against me. So I've now got him poisoned. So it's now just the chance of, you know, if I can survive from his hits. Because if he gets a crit there, it's not going right. So, would you stop? Dozer! Sorry, guys. That's just ridiculous, that dog, at the moment. He's usually the good one. Anyway, and I'm not re-recording this because my throat is starting to really hurt. Sorry. So anyway, I'm really playing it hard this game. I'm like, come on, let's get this at this stage. And I'm like, is he going to, you know, if he roosts up, but he really, really needs that critical hit. Because if he can get that, he can take me out. But if he can't, then we'll see what happens. So... you know, I'm making sure I'm playing safe, as I said in the chat, like a condom. I'm going to be as safe as possible. And, yeah, I'm like, the more I'm at full HP. So, here, and it's funny, because I think I've said it to Flag before, but he goes for the Roost here. And I believe I went for a Sleep Talk, did I here? I just thought, let's go for it, let's see. No, I didn't. But there's somewhere, either if it happened already and I was paying more attention to a dumb dog, or if I was, I do it later. Here, sorry. I went for the mud slap, and he was a little surprised how I hit him because he forgot. And so if anyone else doesn't know, if you do use Roost, you actually lose your flying typing till the end of the turn. So any attacks after you that necessarily wouldn't hit, then have a good chance of hitting. So I'm like, come on, just go down, you dumb thing. So he's not going to bother roosting. He's going to go for Dazzling Gleam, but now I'm at full HP. Even a crit won't take me out. So I didn't even bother going for the Sleep Talk. And I am going to pull off a bullshit lucky clutch, which honestly could have gone the other way. And the dog's scaring himself shitless because he's making a mess. So anyway, guys, as I said earlier, if you did enjoy that video, please do mud slap that like button. The links are down below if you want to battle me or check out anything. Comment section down below would be great. And before anyone comments and says, you know, oh, but, you know, he could have. Yeah, he probably could have. But it was still a fun battle, and he was going for something, and, you know, neither of us battled too hard to get the win. We just won a fun battle, so honestly, he probably could have won that, but it still was a pretty bullshit clutch. But anyway, guys, until my next video, I'll see ya.